Hello everyone, Felix here. Just as a quick little note for those who couldn't tell, today I am not 23 today. I am 23 on Friday. I am not I'm just holding a little bit of an early birthday party because yes, that is Valhalla music in the background. It's the one I used the last time for this background, but as y'all are aware, I'm a very big fan of Valhalla after playing it through. But yeah, today has been. Hold on, let me see if I am streaming to the right place. As that, unfortunately, oh, I am streaming to the right place. Okay, but yeah, decided today. I always do I always wanted to do something special at least, but most of the time I've just been doing Q&As, little Q&As at the bar, and I will be as soon as chat comes in, I'll be answering those questions while the I still do Q. Unfortunately, this year we didn't get that much. Happy early birthday! Thank you, Kitschy. Thank you, Kitschy. I think this is the first time I've seen you here. Welcome, Kitschy. But I really appreciate you being here. But live chat. Chat is late again for some reason. Hold on. There we go. There's chat. Come on, come here, get a few drinks at the bar. Thank you, Dantioch. Thank you. Happy Elmo's birthday, 07. Thank you for the salute. But yeah, oh, I'll lower the volume a little bit. Happy birthday, Earl. Happy. It's not my birthday yet, but I do appreciate it because this is my it's my early birthday party. This is the only time we'll get to celebrate it with you guys. Well, there's next week, but that's gonna be well after my birthday. Thank you, user KF355, and thank you, Rez, and thank you, Kilroy. The window to still ask questions is still here, so be like, chug. Yeah, with my martini here, it's a gin martini this time. I don't have a gin martini this time. I got drunk last year, but I think it's too early for me to drink this year. When I held my party. Oh, hi, happy birthday. Shut up, Miguel. It is an early birthday. I'm not 23 yet, but I will be in a couple days, but this is my opportunity to celebrate it with you guys. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get into answering these questions now. The first one, you can ask them in chat, but these are the ones that I got from, these are the ones that these are the questions that I received via, question 1, Q1. I'm gonna answer a couple of these because, let's get this thing started. Hold on. Most of these are from someone who isn't here, but first one, thankfully, we do have someone who is here. Thank you, Dantioch, for this set of questions. First one is, do you have any big plans for this year? I have several big plans in real life. I'm still figuring things out what I'll do because some of my dream collabs that I've been planning for have already happened. Some I'm still working on. I'm always looking for new inspiration, but it's a little bit dry at the moment. You will expect hold on. Let's increase. Let's make that a little bigger. Do you have any big plans? Any big plans this year? When it comes to real life, I am looking to go to college, which will likely cause some disruption in the at least some disruption in the stream schedule. But I still want to keep going for you guys. I still want to improve. Still want to get a real model and look into that. because I love doing this. I really do love doing this. But it is inspiration is a little bit spotty. So besides a Felix Travels that is coming up that I'll be able to do for you guys, a really big one, by the way. Besides that, I will I don't have any set plans for the year, but for most of it, most of it is real life plans. Speaking of real life plans, like I said, I do plan on going back to college this year. I talked about that last year. I've been going through some mental processes to try and get myself back up to speed. Not gonna chat much. I'll be driving. I'm still gonna be listening. Thank you. I do appreciate that though. But the big plans. Yeah, most of it going back to college and improving on my real life stuff. You know, like now's the time for me to step up and do this because I kind of blew a couple years doing this and being away from college. I am a bit scared of like going back, both because I've been out of education for so long, but I gotta stop being a NEET. The other big fear that I have when it comes to college is like the environment that comes with it. I don't want to alienate people, but for those who know that I can be a bit prickly when it comes to certain like social or political topics, and let's just say the big college environments in the US right now aren't exactly friendly to that, but it's something I want to do anyway because I honestly I want to continue my education. I want to keep learning because learning about things is a genuine passion for me, and I don't want to let it go to waste. I don't want to let my talents go to waste. I don't want to leave you guys either. Hi, Clanker. Hi, Mr. Clanker. Nice for you to show up. But yeah, with a lot of stuff that I'm worried about is mostly. Oh, let's see if my playlist is working. But yeah, I'm Hydra power level. Yeah, I am like that is something that I am concerned about because again, yeah, a lot of stuff in like the big education institutions aren't exactly friendly to me, but I still want to look for anyway because again, there's a lot of stuff, like a lot of people saying don't go to college is a scam, learn a trade instead. I want to learn like some elements of a trade. I want to like learn to work with my hands a little because like I am one of those soft-handed assholes that like live in suburbia and don't do much. But like again, a lot of the stuff that I want to learn can only really be learned via college. So I don't want to squander that. Learn gunsmithing or something, Baka. I like that was something genuinely on my mind for a while. SDI is a scam though. I heard not good things about Sonoran Desert Institute. But I do want to learn I do learn more about firearms, learn more about that stuff, since it is a spot of enthusiasm for me. Same, driving, listening, enjoy here too. Drive safe, guys. But yeah, big plans for this year. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just hoping to find more inspiration as I go and continue going for these. I guess in terms of streaming, and most of it is around looking at the expanding the more games that I play. I'm still in the process of playing Metal Gear 1 at the moment, as in the old 1987 version. But I want to continue on playing some more on the stuff that I've got, showing that off for you guys, because it was unironically engrossing for such an old game. I genuinely liked playing Metal Gear 1 a lot, despite how janky it was. It just got pretty difficult. Again, I was already playing, one of my shames is that I was playing on easy instead of normal, but I still got, I'm still having a bit of a hard time with it. It's still very fun, though. You can really tell Kojima was working with stuff ahead of his time. SDI scam on red light. Well, joining the military affect your stream schedule, that kind of ties into the first question. I did talk about talking to a recruiter because I do want to join them. I I talk big and like say I genuinely want to join the military because it is something I am. I'm in the process of shaping up to be able to enter like some kind of basic training. I was talking to people in reserve. I was one of the things, and people can correct me on this because as this is like normally this should be private, but I do need some help with it. If it's possible to join the reserves for basic, as enlisted, go to college, and then once college is finished, as like under a bachelor's degree or something, I could re-enter active duty as an officer. I'm not sure if that's possible. I think if you enter the reserve, you keep your rank if you go active duty, but it is something that I'm looking for because it is again, like with all this autism I was blessed with, it would be a waste for me not to use, like, just like with college, it would be a waste for me not to join the military. Just like both, I love my country. It's not perfect, but it's the best country in the world, and I love that. I will never abandon that. And that, like, besides the whole patriotism aspect, it is a part of myself. Like, I've always been interested in, like, y'all hear me talk about guns and shit. Like, it would be a waste for me not to go to them. Like, just like me not going to college would be a waste. Me not entering the military would be a waste. But so that's my big motivation. And besides that, why not just do military college? I'm not good enough for that stuff, man. I'm not a free degree. I don't think I'm good enough for a lot of the branch. Like you have to be pretty special in order to get into places like the Naval Academy or West Point. So and that's kind of out of the question for me at the moment. But like my current plan right now is just like re-enter civilian college, go to a civilian college while looking for the military. Yes, better salary. I know you get better salary as an officer, and something interesting is I was debating a lot whether to join like as enlisted or as an officer, but it's pretty clear that I do want to be an officer. Besides, my friends are joining. There was this old guy that I talked to who was an enlisted sailor. I was so nervous to talk to him because I was playing golf with him and my dad. But I waited until the last couple holes to bring it up because I was very I wanted to gauge if I could if I fuck with him or not. And I did indeed fuck with him in the cool sense and in the not weird sense. I asked him thank you for your service, sir. Could I ask what you did in the military? He said, oh, I flew anti-submarine missions. I was like, oh shit, this is a real motherfucker, a real guy, a real guy. I asked did you fly the S3 Viking, which is a really underrated aircraft. It's a pretty little plane, not much guns on it, but it had it's you could see, if you've seen the streams of the USS Hornet Museum, you've seen the S3 Viking. It's near the F-14, but it's got these little underwing nacelle jet engines. It's a pretty little plane. It's got the same engines as the A-10, but it didn't have any guns. But I asked him he flew the S3 Viking. He was a crewman on the S3 Viking. So I lit up, and he said, I asked him about that, and he said that you're the first person to recognize that plane that I've talked to, the first civilian. So I lit up. We talked for a while about his experience. I said, I'm interested in joining, I'm not sure what branch at the moment, but I'm looking at Air Force. And then he told me, if you're going to join the military, then get your college degree first and then become an officer, because he was an enlisted sailor. And he said, his exact words was, all the officers treated us like their servants. If you were a warrant officer or an officer, you got to use the sailors as your servants and your stewards. so if you want to live the good life, then become an officer. So that's what I'm looking at now. But yeah, that's something that was a cool guy. I miss him a lot. But Happy birthday, Giga Gooner. Long time no see. My Giga Gooner. It's not my birthday yet, but I am holding this party early because I won't be able to celebrate with you guys on May the 8th, which is my real birthday. Give the recruiter my number. I want to be a gunsmith or a mechanic. I'll get you in touch with a few people. It's just a university that pays you while making you swim in mud. I mean, there's a lot I've been a bit nervous about talks about go to the Naval Academy, go to West Point because that stuff because there's a lot of pomp and circumstance that goes with it. Yeah, you do officer training and you do basic alongside your regular studies, but there's a lot of pomp. Like I said, there's pomp and circumstance associated with it. You have to be if you read American history, you kind of associate the Naval Academy or West Point. Even if it is grunt training with your classes, there's so much pomp and circumstance. There's no room for guys like frat guys. There's no room for nerds. You have to be dialed in. You have to be a the stereotype that you get is that you have to be either high class, because a lot of big name high class historical figures have gone to those colleges and military colleges and universities, and I don't think I'm good enough for that. A lot of there's you see the guys in their cadet uniforms and you think I don't think I'm good enough for that. A lot of people that I know that are way higher than me that I met in college, I don't think are capable of that. So I get nervous. And you have to be a dialed in super super locked in for that. And you get, but yeah, it's those are my thoughts. But why I'm not going to be able to join the military this year because I'm working on my physicals for it. I should be working on my officer stuff as well, but I have to work on my physicals for it. That's what I mentioned it last time. Because I told y'all that I was losing weight for to be able to enter basic. So I was in fact able to lose that weight, but something that I have to adapt to is currently, because I had to go to the when I was a freshman in college, I had to I had a heart problem and I had to go to the emergency room for tachycardia. Ever since then, my dad, he's a medical muse, medical spirit. He got me in touch with one of his human doctor friends, and he prescribed me these pills. Take it, it keeps me calmer, keeps me less. Most of it is a placebo, admittedly, because taking it means I don't have to worry about heart palpitations or tachycardia. But in order for me to join the military, in order for me to even get into basic, I need to get off these pills. I'm working some days I'm skipping them, or I'm taking them late, but I have to really get into the mindset of not needing these pills and going to be able to get myself in good shape, get my heart in good shape so I can enter. Who are you? I'm Felix. I am Emma Van Buskirk. I'm Felix. I'm a Cupid. I'm a PNG tuber. I'm a male on stream. Hello. Man, who the fuck are you? Sometimes these days, I don't know. But, it is, I'm just a male on stream. I'm a Cupid and I'm a male on stream, but that's who I am. But, holding a little early birthday party, but thank you for coming, Emma. And will you get when heart palpitations build character? It builds character. When will you get a hardware upgrade so you can play games bigger than half a gigabyte? Because I am currently running this very accursed Frankenstein setup on a broken laptop with an external keyboard. Parents are I am looking to ask for a new general use laptop for my birthday, because this one is in no state to even be moved outside of my room. I need to transfer my hard drive because this this stuff is there is an open circuit board, and my trackpad and my keyboard do not connect to the screen. But I am in rather desperate need of a new laptop. But I am like, I guess, use the opportunity because it's my birthday. Try and get a hardware upgrade. I don't have the space for a PC. I don't have the space. Unfortunately, I won't have the space for a PC. I won't have the space for like a significant gaming setup or a second monitor. But like getting that new laptop may be able to help. Anyways, the next question 1 and then question 2 is going to be like all my other questions here are from I have to see your setup. Of the fuck it's not. Yeah, I might show it in private, or on Twitter, but it is I am just to illustrate, I am using a Dell keyboard from literally when I was a child, hooked up to my laptop because the integrated keyboard on my laptop does not work. It is like I have been calling it a Kirsten Frankenstein for a while because it is not. It is very cursed. Anyways, add sword, acute. Anyways, so the other question is from. All the other questions are from Danny Boy, who. Okay, here it is. You still haven't played Ethno-Guesser, so I can't gauge your elite ball race knowledge. What's the deal with that, brother? I'm not. You fucking. I don't have an answer for this. You know what? Fine. If here's the deal, Danny Boy. I'm making a call-out post. I'm making a call-out post right now on my YouTube.com. Danny Boy, if you promise to show up in my next stream, I will play Ethno-Guesser. That will be next week after my real birthday on Thursday, I think. I will have you versus chat Ethno-Guesser. Your elite ball race knowledge. I have if y'all are aware, one of my Oshis is Sheena from Phase Connect. Lovely woman, unironically. But she did an Ethno-Guesser stream because she used to study anthropology, and she was like a high ranker. Like, I don't do particularly well at GeoGuessr or and Ethno-Guesser is probably going to be especially hard for me. Because I probably couldn't tell if someone probably couldn't tell if someone is having to rely on I'm not too good with that. I'm not the best at it. Remember to back up your hard drive before swapping rigs. Yeah, I definitely gotta do that because there's a lot of valuable stuff on here. But yeah, Ethno-Guesser. Yeah, you know what? Next stream, if Punish Danny Boy, if this guy, if Dan Evasion, the bar is shifting a bit. If this guy shows up next stream, then I will play Ethno-Guesser. He has to show up first. But the other question from him is this is Snowfall from Valhalla. Q3. Question 3. Another military-related question. When you join the Air Force, will you go into the fighter jets? Probably. It depends me which ones they put me next to. I mean, like if I see an F-14, I'm a jerk off to it. If I see a if they take me to the boneyard and I see an old, like, I know that's Navy and not Air Force and it's retired, but if I see an F-14 in the boneyard, I'm a goon to it. I'm a do it. I'm a do it. Oh, I, yeah. Yeah. Hey, hi Luxel 15. But yeah, if I will in fact go into the fighter jets if I like it has to be sufficient. You know, if they let me aboard a B-52, I might goon aboard that. But yeah, please don't let this man next to an F-22. If I have to maintain an F-35A and I see her like hot like perky tomboy abs, I'm like, they're gonna have to pull me out of there. They're gonna have to like pull me out of there because I don't oh fuck. Oh shit. Like I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself if I see an F-35A like all ripped up on the runway with her weapons being closed like that. It is funny. I used to not like, unironically, I used to not like the F-22. I don't know what, like, it wasn't for aesthetic reasons. It was mostly to get, like, it was mostly to get at this one guy. This one friend of mine, well, semi-friend, like, we argue a lot, but he's a semi-friend, we trust each other and all. But, like, a lot of, like, we talk about, like, military stuff a lot, and he would always goon to the F-22, not in an actually sexual way, because he was, I genuinely believe this guy is, like, the most asexual person. He's more asexual than, he's more ace than, like, some priests out there. Like, but instead of, like, religion, his entire mind is focused solely on war. Like hardcore, this guy, he's Taiwanese American. But, like, this guy is, like, obsessed with war and, like, being at the cutting edge of everything. He, like, his first and only love is to technology. He doesn't see other humans as, like, a, level. He doesn't even goon to ship girls. He goons to ships, and he considers ship girls an insult. Because, like, this guy is insane. I still talk to him. He's wicked smart. But he's like not right in the head of I've done some like armchair diagnosis. My armchair diagnosis is that he's like a high functioning sociopath, because he has said some crazy fucking shit. He is like wild, and again, like, I don't understand him, but I find him fascinating. And, like, his favorite aircraft was the F-22, and I made fun of him because because if he felt like he was rejecting older platforms and the beauty of older platforms for the F-22, and I kind of mocked him, and I compared it, you're, like, it's the Lamborghini of aircraft. Well, the more appropriate thing to say about the F-22 is that it's it's more like, no, the Dodge Viper isn't classy enough for the F-22. I guess something like the Hennessy, like, maybe the Hennessy Venom, it has to be, like, an American supercar that really reflects the, extreme performance that's provided by it. But yeah, it is a very beautiful aircraft in its own right, and most of me, not liking it in the past was mostly to be a contrarian. All warfare is based. Yeah, this guy, like, the guy's first and only love is war. He is, he is like, if Athena was male, if the Greek goddess Athena was male, that would probably be him. Not merely virginal, not merely asexual, but completely focused, like, his entire, like, war, like, no, not even religion. War dictates his passions. War dictates his, war dictates his every move. And if he was a a male tuber, if he was a PNG tuber or a VTuber, he would probably be like, he would be a sentient ship. Not a ship girl. He would be male. He would be obviously be male, very masculine, but very cold in it. It's like very interesting guy. He would be like a male AI or a super AI that can control warfare. That can like that is like he would be Skynet. Although he doesn't like he doesn't thankfully he doesn't hate humans. He's just very interested in how to kill them. The guy is insane. I think F-22 is more Ferrari since you have to buy the shitter products in order for the manufacturer to give you the jet for you actually want. Lockheed is very American in his regard. Like if I were to call if I were to compare like aircraft to cars, definitely the like the F like the P-51 Mustang and the F5 Tiger are both would both be like the Ford Mustang. Definitely like the Dodge Challenger for something like the F4 Phantom. Equally like something like I think maybe the F-104 Starfighter would be the Chevy Corvette because besides the military associations, the Starfighter, besides the name, was heavily associated with NASA and the space program. That, alongside the F-5 Tiger, was used to train astronauts for flight training. Chuck Yeager and I think Buzz Aldrin flew on the F-104. So like, well, ironically, the Corvette is a sports car. It can go around in turns. It's a grand tourer. But the F-104 is a real muscle car because it's lightweight. It's fast. It can only go in a straight line. But yeah, the F-22, like aesthetics wise, it looks like a Lamborghini. Like country wise, no. That's incorrect of me. It's not a Hennessy Venom. It would probably be like the newer models of the Ford GT. That's what it would be, like the newer models of the Ford GT. But oh, I fucking love Warjack. He's like he wouldn't say that, but he would, like, he does personify it. He does he doesn't act like you know that like that GIF, like is it a GIF of Gendo Ikari from like Evangelion pushing up his glasses? That's what he feels like. That's what that friend of mine, the ship man, that's what he feels like. The like that little image of like Gendo Ikari pressing his glasses in. I was obsessed with the F-22 because of Starscream. I know in the original, I don't follow Transformers at all, but I know in the original Transformers, Starscream was an F-15, but changing him to an F-22 was a pretty cool change. Question. Okay, this one isn't a part of the This one wasn't out. This one wasn't asked for my birthday, but hold on. Question 3, question 4. This one wasn't asked as part of my birthday, but it is what it is. It's also from Punished Danny Boy. Question 4 is how. No, this is the wrong one. My bad. Hold on. Question 4. You know what? If Danny Boy shows up, I'll play Ethnoguesser. I kind of feel the itch to play Honey Pop again. That's hold on. There it is. How's the weather down? How's the weather down there? As in, this was like in reference to a question about like both me being short and Florida. How's the weather down there? Wildly inconsistent, but I like it. I like it when it shines. Oh, which plane is the one from 1960 that's supposed to be invisible to radar? The pixelated one. The one from the 1960s was the British Avro Vulcan. which was a British bomber. Well, it was a British early jet bomber used to counter the Russians. That one was visible to radar because it was that one was visible to radar because it had a big tail fin, but it had like it was a flying wing, like a tailed flying wing design. It was a since it was a tailed flying wing design, it was visible to radar. But for its time, it was it was like pretty not noticeable. It was pretty low observable for its time. I think what you're thinking of, if you're thinking of the American one, that the F-117 Nighthawk, that's the Lockheed one from the 1980s, and one of them was shot down in the 1990s. That's the one that was the first like that was the first true stealth aircraft. It was part of the Lockheed Have Blue program. It's like they're retired by now because they've been declassified, but they're still around. You also might be thinking of the SR-71 Blackbird or the A-12, both of which are the fastest aircraft ever flown. But those are also visible to radar. It just traveled so fast that radar couldn't track it. But how's the weather down there? Yeah, it is. It's pretty nice right now. Florida is Florida. It is, and it's an eternal summer down here. We only really have two seasons, autumn, and we don't have true winters. Well, we did have winter this year, like last winter, but this year, we don't have true spring. True spring is is early March. True, our transitional seasons we have long autumns, we have long summers, we have short springs and short winters. But yeah, that's how the weather is down here. And this is a question going back to planes. This is a question that I took that was not asked about me for my birthday, but it was asked about the it was asked of me from on Twitter. And this is the if you want to know a plane I don't like, it's the Typhoon. Delete one aircraft from history from Hush Kit. Eurofighter Typhoon, if you're gonna pretend NATO has air superiority without the US providing it, then at least try to make an airplane that looks half decent to do so. And I don't like I don't like the Typhoon. It's not a good looking plane to me. The big boxy exhaust, it just doesn't look good to me. The single tail, the big boxy exhaust, it's not right. That and it's also Western European, so the Germans are gonna wave it around thinking, "Ooh, we are better than the Americans, yeah. We can still design aircraft. We don't need to buy from the Americans, yeah." And then the best part is that the French pulled out of the program and made a better plane, and genuinely made a better plane than them. The Rafale. The Rafale isn't the greatest out there, but it's a pretty good aircraft, pretty comparable to the FA-18. But it was the B-2 stealth bomber. That was in the 90s. That was in the late 80s and early 90s. Hi, Rin Lee X2T. Hi! Yeah, Honey Pop, those were fun streams. Yeah, the Honey Pop streams are always gems. I'm remembering the last one I did. That was fun. That was fun. That was really fun. I delete the A-10, not because it's a bad plane, but because that thing terrifies me. Here's the thing about the A-10. I know it's outdated, and I do want, I want a replacement. I want a replacement for the A-10 really badly. Because it's obvious it's not going to survive for very long in its current form. And the people saying, make an A-11, make an A-20 that's make a Thunderbolt 3 that's just as good. You can't really do that because the threat profile for the aircraft is long gone. But like again, like extend it as long as you can in service. If it's gonna last until 2030, it's fine. Here's the thing. I know it's outdated. I know it has problems. But in the last war that it's fighting in, which is technically the current war, it's still doing really well. Yeah, they're getting shot down and everything, but like pilots are surviving because of it. And in my opinion, one, it should be replaced, but and transitioned out. Two, like the people who hate on the A-10, like people who hate the A-10, like just like all like ooh like kill it, all the A-10 fans are stupid, all the A-10 fans are retarded. The people who hate the A-10 are more annoying to me than the people who like it. It's like all the I'm saying like a lot. All of the A-10's fans are someone who either flew it or was like an ex-infantry. A lot of the A-10's haters are kind of not like weren't in service or just like civilian commentators. But yeah, like the discourse is stupid. I think both sides can be pretty stupid when it comes to like the whole kill the A-10 argument. But the people who are arguing to kill it are more annoying than the people who want to save it. I do like Crispy. I do want to know why it terrifies you. Why do you find it scary? Because that's an interesting aspect to me. Why do you find it scary? Why do you find it scary? But yeah, all the other planes I can find some merit to it. Like even the Gripen, which is like the Gripen's fans are really weird and really cringe. But that is at least a decent plane in its own right. A decent looking plane in its own right. And I think it would be very funny if Canada bought them instead of like FA-18s or F-35s. But yeah, if y'all have any more questions, feel free to ask them, because this is your opportunity to keep going, because I want to keep this going as long as possible. Because I like answering y'all's questions. It's really fun doing it. I'll put this here for the moment. Actually, I'll probably increase the size. But yeah, Crispy, why does the A-10 scare you specifically? Why is it scary? Yeah, and by the way, yes, this is from Honey Pop. This is, this music is from Honey Pop. Anyways, something I was talking about with some of my friends earlier was the, I guess, I don't think it warrants a like, I might see it just to do a film freakout on it. But, I might see it just to do a film freakout on it. The, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, it's not looking good. Again, this is coming from someone who's a pretty big Christopher Nolan fan. Inception and Interstellar are two of my are definitely in my top 10. But they're in my, I prefer Project Hail Mary to Interstellar, but Interstellar is still a favorite of mine, especially in terms of aesthetics. But yeah, when it comes to Christopher Nolan, Inception and Interstellar are some of my favorite movies of all time, but it's really obvious he doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to, like, historical epics or mythological epics. The Odyssey just looks terrible. It's such, it does not look like a good movie, guys. I'm probably gonna see it just because, or maybe to prove someone wrong, because my buddy Kilroy, who was in here earlier, was talking about, how, we should trust Chris Nolan. I don't trust Chris Nolan with this one. It's not gonna be good. He can't do intensity. The kind of melodramatic... Well, I watched the wrong Interstellar by mistake. What? Miguel, what did you watch? What the hell did you watch when you watched Interstellar? What did you see? I'm very interested in knowing. Oh, close-flying attack aircraft that can vaporize you before you even see it is pretty scary. The fucker does the same shit Dr. Manhattan does in Watchmen. Yeah, that is cool, though. I like that it's cool though, and a lot of like nearly all aircraft can do like modern U.S. military aircraft that are meant for the attack role can do that nowadays. But yeah, it's like I'm not entirely I'm not entirely Interstellar 5555. What is that? Let's look it up. Interstellar 5 Interstellar this the five story of the five secret five-star system. What is this? It's an anime musical science sci-fi movie. A visual companion to it's by Daft Punk. Is this like heavy metal? Like heavy metal the movie. I saw hold on. I've seen Heavy Metal 2000. Um Heavy Metal I've seen Heavy Metal 2000 and it was like it's mostly like it's a bit it's a rather gooner it's a very gooner-esque movie. But the anime but I still need to see the original Heavy Metal. I still need to see the original Heavy Metal because it's kind of real like it's pretty cool and it has like a big it had a big influence on a lot of science fiction and pulp media that you get nowadays, and it was a big like big time thing from in Western animation. But yeah, Interstellar 555. This is my first time hearing about it. I don't know Daft Punk. I don't know Daft Punk's music. No, it's electronic dance music, but I know. But it's like a musical artist produces a a movie and something like that. But yeah, EDM isn't my thing. EDM isn't my thing. But Interstellar 555. I went to gaslight a friend into watching Iron Skies by saying it's a prequel to Interstellar. I know memes about Iron Sky, like, and I think like it's the closest thing we'll ever get to a Wolfenstein movie. But I heard the production design was actually pretty good. I know it has like whack ass shit in it, where it's like the Nazis, like space Nazis, fight a spaceship called the George W. Bush or something. It's made by a guy who was like really into Star Trek. I know there was like an Iron Sky 2 that delved into like Hollow Earth. It was made by a Finnish guy. The president is female, and like, do they turn like a black guy white or something? It's like kind of creepy in that regard. But like I heard it's like one of those like fucking wild movies. Like true like real like Wolfenstein meets an acid trip. It's a very good story. I'm not familiar with Interstellar 555. But yeah, Iron Sky Iron Sky. Speaking of space movies, there is a clip of myself going on a rant last stream about Star Wars. I'm trying to I was considering uploading a clip of it. I'm trying to upload a clip of I want to upload like I have a couple clips in the wings. I still want to edit my one of the genuine plans that I have on like the PNG VTubing side. Again, unfortunately, like I do want to upgrade my setups. I do want to upgrade my software setups at least. But another big thing for me is really like because there's a Chud Rants waiting in the like that has to be edited, and there is a really old stream of mine that has to be edited that I need to take care of badly. It's been like years, and I need to edit them now because it takes I really need to edit them because they've been waiting in the wings too long, and I need to get them out. It's a comedy. You should watch the shit out of it. Well, yeah, I heard that about Iron Sky. But yeah, the clip that I was I think that's the first clip of myself talking about it. The first clip of myself that I'm gonna upload because I heard from someone that like I didn't want to clip myself because it feels like I guess self-promotional or narcissistic. But the thing the thing about clipping myself is like it's a good material for a clip, and two, um, it's a good opportunity for outreach. Everyone tells me like lower tier creators should clip themselves because it's a good opportunity for outreach. So I'm like probably gonna start looking to do that. If I am gonna get into like the more serious and more Manhera side of myself, I'm gonna say it's the more Manhera and serious side of myself. Some part of me wishes like some part of me like is worried that I'm not interesting enough, that I'm not enough to entertain an audience, that my style of speaking is not conducive to VTubing. But again, there's a million other male tubers out there, and without you guys, without y'all, I won't have anyone to talk to. So I don't want to lose that, guys. I don't want to lose you guys. Y'all mean a lot to me. I like. I want to really improve and get more enthusiastic about things going on here because, well, you do it for a while, you are gonna get a bit uninspired, but I want to keep going. And I want to feel for it because I love this culture. I want to keep doing this, and the kinds of things that I want to do can only really be accomplished by me getting forward and getting better at the things I want to do. Gotta advertise, gotta upload some shorts of funny moments. Yeah, I gotta try. I'll try. I will look into that. My buddy, my good friend Demonstrous, he does that for himself. Tomoe Umari, one of my Oshis, does that for himself, and I think I think Seki Gemma does that for himself. Also, Lagoonki does it for Haskell Saucer and Nova Crusader. Good guys, really fun. I love their style of humor. Aw. Frankly, are more interesting the Hollow Stars to me. That means a lot to me, though. That means a lot to me. Especially because Vesper, oh shit. I miss Vesper, man. I miss Vesper. He was my Oshi for a while. He was like my male Kamiyoshi alongside Pippa. And I had 1 foot because second year of college, which I already left my dream college because I wasn't good enough for it. I was in a really dark place. That's when I found Pippa. That's why I'm so attached to Pippa and Phase Connect now. But I had 1 foot out of Hololive because I was so fed up with a lot of drama that was happening within Hololive. I basically left. I basically left the fandom. I can't I can't remember the exact details besides rumors and drama and toxicity, but I took a step out and decided never to come back. Yeah, I still watch a lot of Hololive streamers, but it's just I don't consider myself a Hollow fan. Just because of that, but Hollow Stars EN debuted that year, and I guess the ironic thing is one of my most disliked male VTubers. Yeah, I have ops, I have haters. I have ops. I am a hater for people. I mean, that's what I meant to say. One of my biggest I have ops. One of my biggest ops, one of the people I don't like anymore when it comes to the male VTubing space is Regis Altair. I used to watch him a lot. I used to watch him avidly. Late nights even. I know I didn't like his whiny little raspy voice. I didn't like his again maybe I do have a bit of a soft boy persona, but I don't like the soft boy voice. It's just not right for me. I didn't like it. I didn't like his little voice, his little hi chat, How are you doing? I'm not gonna do that for you guys. But this is sounding like Leah's voice now. But I didn't like his voice, but I found him at least interesting to talk to, and he did read my chats. Why I watched him was because he played a lot of FPS. He played through the Call of Duty campaign. He played Cyberpunk. He played through Cyberpunk. He did a lot of Hunt Showdown, but later found out I like, but again, like, I wasn't like gay for him or whatever, because that's cringe. But I developed this thing called the Regis Altair test. A lot of even my Oshis fail it, but it is a test that I give to like all VTubers, not just males or females, and I ask, don't I ask or I ask, will you eat the bugs? Yeah, the blue guy. Yeah, will you eat the bugs? Will you eat the bugs, or don't eat the bugs? As in like I also call it the WEF test, I almost said someone the Klaus Schwab test, where it's like, will you eat the bugs? And then the answer is yes or no. If they say no, they're supposed to be based. But a lot of my Oshis that have failed that test are like good people anyway. Hip has obviously failed. Ember has famously failed it. I think Mari failed it too. But that's why. But the actual reason why I left why I very like public like I stopped watching Altair is because during one of his Call of Duty campaign streams, I made a joke about Hassan Piker, and then Altair defended him. Like, he said, "Oh, he's funny. I like watching him." I was like, "It's fuck off, man! Like, genuine piece of shit, like terrorist wannabe motherfucker." I'm not like, I ain't gonna follow you anymore. Like, that's not the sign. Like, if people who watch Hassan Piker unironically are not good people, and I basically left there. Then it was the whole like, you gotta support the cause thing. I ain't gonna support this guy. But Axel Sirius, dude's a sex pest. Well, here's the funny thing about like, because Miguel is in a like a more personal server that I have, and he's like, I'm not gonna like mention anything private, but something funny, y'all, about Miguel is that motherfucker has dirt on everyone. Guy has dirt on, like, guy is spiritually a dwarf from like, he's spiritually a dwarf. He can hold a grudge, and he has the exact reasons why. I don't know what Axel Sirius did. I guess watching his content eventually just made me uncomfortable, or it wasn't my thing. I did not know anything at all about him. But yeah, about Hollow Stars in general. Magni, like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about like me and Magni Desmond. It's kind of an open secret that Magni Desmond is Professor Lando, a big name flesh tuber who does like comedy stuff. He like, ironically, I didn't like I didn't gel with most of of Lando's content as Magni, because I felt like, because he was the first person, like, everyone knows who Callie is outside of Hololive, but I found Callie first. But Magni was the first person I knew outside of Hololive before he joined. So that was that and Vesper. He and Vesper were the only ones I found outside of Hololive. I don't watch them much anymore. If you know Randon Nearing and Professor Lando, I don't watch them much anymore because I've kind of moved on to other Oshis. But for a while, like, those two, like, at least Vesper definitely was a big influence on my style of humor. He was the only member of Hollow Stars first generation, Hollow Stars EN first generation, that was really meant for a universal audience. All the others were like rather explicitly looking for a female audience. He was a male he was a male tuber for the males. He was a male on stream for the other males on stream. He was for us. He was one of the boys. That's what he was. And it broke my heart when he was booted from Hololive. And I don't want to spread rats, so I won't, like, even though I've expressed who I don't like when it comes to Hollow Stars. I don't want to spread rats, but I do have my theories on who got him, and like who got Vesper and Magni booted from Hollow Stars. I have my theories. But yeah, the other one, I don't watch him much anymore, but he does have the dubious honor of being one of the first Hollow Star one of the first Hollow Stars to collab with FaZe, and that is what's his name? I can't remember his name. He's the Red Shota. He's a femboy. He's the Red Shota, but he had a good rapport with Vesper of all people. But he had that he really did, like, I'm trying to remember his name. What's his name? Hollow Stars English. Hollow Stars English. Hollow Stars English. Hollow Stars English. Machina X Flay. Yeah, Flayon. Machina X Flayon. Like, I didn't watch him much, but I didn't watch him much, but he had a pretty good rapport with Maddie. I think he's a good guy. I haven't heard, like, maybe I've forgotten or whatever, but I haven't heard anything wrong with him. And that motherfucker, I don't like, and Haka, Bunzo and Haka, I watched him at the very start, Haka, but, not much after that, because he just generally didn't appeal to me, and I still follow him on Twitter, and he feels like he's really aggressively yaoi baiting now, the way he does shit. Like, Haka, I like his mom though. Fuck, oh my gosh, she's a smoking Latina. I would absolutely Haka's mom. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I start talking about Haka's mom from Hollow Stars, and then Your Love's a Drug starts playing. She's like, what is it? Don't say that. Do not say that about my parents. But it's just like, Haka, like, in the brief little thing that I've heard about Haka's mom, like, that you hear from her, where she's like, she has the MILF voice. She just does. She's just like, oh my gosh, oh my god. Yeah. I'm talking about Haka's mom. Anyways, but yeah, most of the people here, most of the people in Hollow Stars, I just, like, don't. It's not. It wasn't fun. Like, you can tell. Like, there was a major shift in an attempt to capture the Niji Sanji audience, and they're unfortunate. Like, whatever they do, they're not making money. They're just not making money. They're not getting the attention they need because most of Niji Sanji EN has a stranglehold on that market. I've always said it before that male tubers do need, like, if there was an agency like FaZe, I would join. Here's the thing, I'm gonna be brutally honest with y'all. Co-ed or mixed gender agencies have their problems. They just do. And while, like, part of me, like, wish it, like, and in the past I used to wish FaZe had a male branch, that's not gonna work. It doesn't work. Like, from an honest perspective, FaZe cannot function with a male branch. It just can't. I'm saying this as someone who loves male VTubers and wants to promote them a lot. They will not survive with a male branch. It's not gonna work. The culture isn't there. Like, the style, the feeling isn't there. That's all there is. That's it. Nothing else. Like, what I am looking for is, like, an agency like VLure or like FaZe Connect for male tubers. Like, whatever, it's gonna be mixed. There's gonna be guys that are appealing to female audiences. There's gonna be guys that appeal to male audiences. That's just gonna be the nature of the business. But if it's going to be male only, then it has to be a focus like VLure, like FaZe Connect, where they can really grow and thrive and build off each other. And, like, and it has to be male only, because it's not going to work if there's voids in there. That's just the truth. Like, if FaZe made a male branch and then accepted someone like me, I would be a liability to the company, because that's how it is. I don't want to, like, I know it's not right to, like, because I would be tempted to get with my Oshis, and that's wrong. that is very wrong. Do not get with your Oshis. Do not seek people, like, at least, it works for, like, it works on a peer-to-peer gender basis, like girls liking certain VTubers and then deciding, I want to be like my Oshi, let me be like her, and then joining in. That dynamic is different. That dynamic is different in like, if a male tuber wants to join an agency so he can get with this Oshi, that's not right. That's not right. And like, I like, being entirely honest and being entirely clear, I would be tempted to like approach my Oshi if I was in the same agency as her. So again, that's a liability. That's a liability. Even as someone who knows that's wrong, and I know, like, if someone like me has those feelings, someone else who might not have the kind of self-control is. Hold on. Did an airplane just buzz my house? It's like a Red Bull racer going on. That sounded like a I was gonna say that sounded like a maybe a beechcraft, some, I don't know. Yeah, the dudes need a VTuber guild. All of them need to be 6'5" CEO Mafia werewolves. Here's the joke, Crispy. If the 6 foot, like, but they do that, but they make it for the boys. but they make it for the boys. They play Gray Zone Warfare and Tarkov, and admittedly, like, most of my audience here is male. That's just the nature of it. Like, it's 100% male, 65% gay, because I know some of y'all are sus. Yeah, that's Yago's special project, and it's a mistake. It's called Target Audience. Via Lure, wow, I'm surprised you joined something like that. Look, I've said it before. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna, not to the full extent of like VLR, but I'm saying, like, on the YouTube side of VLR, I would join something like that. I'm not gonna, you're not getting ass pics from me, because my ass ain't fat enough for that. But I would unironically market a docky of myself if I could. That's like, I'd have some good ideas for merch ideas, and one of them would be a docky, an unironic docky, Giga Gooner. But yeah, when it comes to something like that, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? You know what? I'm gonna check my own VOD. Hold on. Okay, so I was talking about... so I was talking about male tubers. Yeah, but the male agency, something like that, that would be like a phase or VLR styled agency for male tubers would be ideal. No one's pitched it forward yet. But again, like, diversifying the audience for that kind of thing would be interesting. You're gonna have different target audiences for each one. But yeah, all of them need to be 6'5" CM Mafia werewolves. The thing is, Pippa had the right idea when she Pippa had the right idea when she had a proposal for a male VTuber agency. It's like, hire a bunch of frat bro style guys, not like frat bro necessarily, but like me and the boys type people, and then give them a 3D space to interact and fuck around in. Like, that kind of thing is a genuinely good idea. And if you want to know what a good, like, male VTubing group would be like, watch Decubers. He is not a VTuber, but he is like, he doesn't do Decubers from but he does a lot of Source Engine stuff. He does a lot of Gmod and Left 4 Dead. Decubers and his group are like the ideal kind of like male VTubers that you would want. They're not male VTubers but they would be really good at it if they were, because what they're really capturing is like the old days of YouTube, like live streams and let's plays of stuff like Gmod, Left 4 Dead, Half-Life. A lot of they work well in collabs. They work really well together in collabs. Um, if like one of the people that brought me into YouTube was this guy called Chimney Swift 11. He hasn't uploaded in a while, but like his like from 2014, 2013, 2012, golden age of YouTube type shit, where you would just go on and there'd be guys playing whatever. That's the kind of like that would be the big appeal across multiple VTuber. Like, yeah, you would lean into like the semi-idol, semi-VTuber styled stuff, but when it comes to collabs and like how, like, if you want guys to have like a good interaction with each other, pick up those guys. Like, crude sense of humor, like nothing's off the table. Like, get guys with autistic interests who can yap, that kind of thing. That's what you're looking for. But yeah, okay. Hold on, let me scroll up if I can. A10, the A10 heard you talking shit. The A10 likes me. I support the A10. They wouldn't. Man, Pippa would fill you with lead. But that 65% is 100% you, bro. Oh, frat not frat. Yeah, me and the boys type Vanoss gaming type shit. We really worked it with dude VTubers. I'm not familiar with Vanoss enough to like really comment on it. But yeah, that kind of thing. Remember Attack of the B Team? Attack of the B Team! Oh man! Wow! That would be good male VTuber content. I have a favorite episode of that shit too! Oh my gosh. D'Antioch, you did Shooty Swift 11 as well. Right, that guy did it. Like, he's like on his own now, probably living best life, having a normal job or whatever. I wish him the best. Attack of the B Team was so good for its time. There are multiple good episodes of it. That's a genuine kino. I still remember that from my childhood. The one where like he has like where they put they put two bosses in his house. They like because because Chimney was playing as like a male witch or like a warlock, so like the other guys on the server, it's a modded Minecraft SMP, modded Minecraft Let's Play, where they're like organized into teams and like they fight each other in wars and whatever. Chimney was like the magic user, the other guys were like gun and tech users, but Chimney was like the gun, like the magic guy user. Like he was like role playing as a warlock. The other guys put like 8 million spiders. 8 million spiders in his witch's tower, and like they put like a baby wither in his basement, and that was really cool. Like how he had to deal with that. One of them was him like they were doing like Harry Potter thing where the other guys were like being witch hunters and hunting his Horcruxes, and then he got in a fight with he did the because he was like there was this airborne magic battle that they did for an episode that they did, and then Chimney, one of the best ones that they did was the dinner party where they had like a roleplay dinner party, and they spent the entire night trying to kill each other in Minecraft, literally in Minecraft, and that was genuinely one of the higher points of my childhood. I remember that so much. That was so good for its time. Got into it because of Minecraft files as well. Be serious, it was baller when I was a kid. I have like, that is nostalgia, and that if modded Minecraft SMPs with stuff a Timeless and Classic gun mods or something like that. Some kind of like various mods, various horror mods, various like stuff like that. That would be great sailing for like a male VTuber collab stuff. Like, because it's all very dainty. It's all very like I love my Oshis, but they're all very dainty. They're all very feminine. Even the tomboys like Nitya, who's really into Minecraft, or Jelly, who's like really into the autism of it. They're all very feminine. They need that masculine touch, that rough around the edges spirit about them, that daring do spunk about them, that really like in a collab environment like that. Hey guys, happy birthday. Thank you, be serious. It is early for me. I'm not 23 yet, but I will be in a couple days. This is my early birthday party. But yeah, for real, you're kind of easy to listen to. You can yap without too much dead air. I hopefully hope because dead air is a concern for me because I'm always worried about what I'm like the things that I'm talking about during streams, like the things that I talk about versus like I say and like a lot. I stumble on my words a lot. That's a big problem for me because I stutter a lot, and my stutter came back. And this isn't a yeah, I did that again. This isn't the best environment for cultivating that. Bro, Pippa's a girl, she can't be your male Oshi. I'd love to spar with Vesper Oh yeah. For real, you're kind of an easy listen. You can yap without too much dead air. I don't listen to much streams, but I do like yours in EFAP. That's a big compliment. Every frame of pause, especially because another one of my male VTuber Oshis. Well, he is in fact a VTuber, but most of his focuses are on like our long form videos instead of actual streams. The little platoon. The little platoon, I've made jokes that he's like Mollington if he was gay or whatever, but he is genuinely interesting. I do think he is like I would say he's too harsh on some movies that I like, but he's very harsh on movies. He's a better as someone who likes critical drinker is an on and off thing for me. I like the things that he likes. There are points when I stopped trusting him entirely. But he's friends with Little Platoon, and Platoon is really harsh on the stuff that he criticizes. Most of it is like mass media stuff, like Star Wars or Marvel. He did a review of Superman, and he was very he feels like he hates everything he touches. And I do think he's an asshole for critiquing Godzilla versus Kong. Because it is because he's a very snobbish person, but as a film critic when it comes to that kind of thing, he's very good at what he does, and I like that he's part of EFAP. I like when he's I like what he can do there. Have to ask what mic you have since it's decent enough. Sheena's mom would unironically be a great VTuber. You just want her to say controversial things on stream. You just want her to be like Sisyphus or Midas and say controversial shit on stream. Critical Drinker kissed the One Piece live action's ass. I don't trust him anymore. Here's the thing. I don't care about the One Piece live action. I don't care about it. It's not my thing. I don't like anime. I don't like a lot of mainstream anime. I don't like I don't like Netflix. But the thing is, I'm willing to try, even though I'm not going to watch it myself, I'm willing to trust him that it's good. Because, at least from his perspective, that it looks good. Here's the thing with Critical Drinker. I'm a fan, as someone who has hated, most new releases of the MCU, I'm probably going to watch Spider-Man Brand New Day, even if it's probably going to be shit. I genuinely liked, Marvel Thunderbolts. I genuinely liked it. Besides it having my favorite characters in the MCU, it came out at a time for me that I was it genuinely emotionally affected me, and it genuinely emotionally affected me, and it really connected with me. Even for it's a flawed movie. It's a seriously flawed movie. I would rewrite it if I could, but I appreciate what we got regardless. He was hard. He was very harsh on it. He was very harsh towards Thunderbolts. He said it made him cringe. You know what? It's you're just looking for things to hate on, and that was my strike one. My firm strike two. My firm strike two was when he praised the first Fallout series, the first season of Fallout. When he praised it, because I hated it. I've done multiple streams on how bad the Fallout TV show is. it's just genuinely so bad. Genuinely terrible. I like when I'm passionate enough again about Fallout, I'm gonna review a lot of the I'm probably gonna like talk about how Jelly played it. I'm gonna talk about how Nikia played it. Or I'm gonna watch like these feature films like Siege of New Vegas or Fallout Sunburst, because that like those were really good. I'm gonna review those, do live film freakouts on those, but that's not in the cards at the moment. But the original, like beyond words, y'all who have watched me for long enough know that I hate hate the Fallout series, like the first season of Fallout, and the fact that Critical Drinker was dumb enough to give it praise, like made like that was my strike two against him. But I've been watching him a bit more, and I think like yeah, I've been hating on this guy too much. But yeah, going back to Hollow Stars, spiders aren't bugs, they're arachnids. Well, they're still bugs mean more than just insects. Like you can still call worms bugs, you can still call arachnids bugs, and that kind of thing. Um, I do stonework too. Yeah, here I am. You do that too. Hassan is not funny. Only reason you'd watch a person like that is because he preaches to the choir. I can't stand much political YouTubers, even if they agree with me. It's annoying. Yeah, this is why like I feel like this is why I stopped watching Kirsha. Even though I do like Kirsha, I don't watch her that much anymore because like keeping up with the news gets tiring and it's like genuinely burning to the soul. I don't like a lot of the stuff that she talks about. It's just like depressing. I get that she's just talking about the news most of the time, but it's just depressing, man. I like what she's doing, but there are times when it just isn't for me. This is why like yeah, like there are times when I agree or disagree with people like Chew on Head, but I don't watch her very much, even if I agree with her, because it's just so tiring. It is just so tiring to listen to. Again, even the stuff that I support that Chew on Head does, it is genuinely painful to listen to because like how fucked up the world can be, and especially like her providing news about it. Okay, remember the cute manager from Hololive Nautica? He has his he referring to Axel Sirios, has his fans harass her for him and try and get her to date him. That I don't remember. I know, like, here's the thing. I was like, I guess I should admit to some guilt. One of the things that I am forced to admit to is I did in fact ship Axel with Nautica early on. Thought it was pretty cute. Thought it was funny. Thought it was funny at least. And that I was not aware that he was having his fans contact her. I was not aware that he was actively sex pesting her or whatever. That I was not aware of because I thought that was a fan effort. I did not know he was personally behind it. He called a pair of female VTubers on holes to their face on a GTA collab. I am not familiar with that. But yeah, it wasn't even that for me, I stopped listening to Kirsha. Yeah, you hold grudges against people easy, Miguel. But yeah, Hollow Stars English. Yeah, most of these guys, English Armis, a lot of these guys are just not even it's pretty obvious that going back to Hollow Stars, English Armis, when it comes to with that, you could really tell they're trying to steal the Niji Sanji audience. A lot of these guys just make me uncomfortable. Like, they just are. Like, you hear drama about them, and it's not right. You can tell by the design that it's not, what they're trying to go for, and it's not, it still looks like Hololive, but it's still cringe enough. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, they're talking to my Oshis, ooh, they're, I'm not gonna be some like unicorn because I do think the again like I'm gonna give them benefit of the doubt, whatever. Like what? Like again, while I don't think well, I said it before. I've said before that co-ed or mixed gender agencies will have their problems. It depends on the type of agency, and some agencies can in fact pull off both like some agencies can in fact pull off like some part of me hopes that there is an agency out there that can pull off having both male and female talents. That's the thing for me. I do hope they can pull off male and female talents together. I hope they can keep it professional. And for what it's worth, I'm not going to hold it against the I'm not going to think that ooh, they collab with my Oshi. Obviously they're trying to have sex with my Oshi or whatever. They're not gonna I'm not gonna be like, unicorns and gachacores are actually cancer. Here's the thing, when it comes to unicorns and gachacores, they're gonna hate me for being a male on stream. Ooh, male VTubers shouldn't exist. There's no point to male VTubers. They should not interact with our Oshis. They're always horny for our Oshis. They're coming for our Oshis. I'm not those kinds. They're here's the thing. I've said it before on Sekigema's stream. I view unicorns and male VTuber antis who are against all male VTubers, I view them the same way the CIA views Islamic terrorists. It's I know they hate me, I know they're bad for my country, but I'm still gonna keep funding them because I think they're really funny. It's like give them a real name. Armis? Arm what, dude? Here's the thing. Armis sounds like Arnis, which is a Filipino martial art. I think my dad practiced it in his youth, so they're kind of going for that. Thought about listening to her again. If your single post or stream she show the type of shit I do, don't let me in positions of power, please. What do you mean by the type of shit I do, when it comes to Crispy? But yeah, it's I view people who are against male VTubers as the same way the CIA views certain terrorist groups. I know they're bad for me, but I can't stop funding them because the world isn't funny enough without them. The world is too funny to not have them around because they have some I know they hate me, but they're genuinely funny, and I know they're not good people, but they're genuinely funny. And if you see the screenshots from VT, a board of which I have banned myself from because of I started to cry at how unironically toxic and hateful it was. Not hateful in the way that was ooh, cringe political hate, but whatever. It's it was just there was so much genuine toxicity on VT that I decided it's not for me. But every time I gaze into the abyss and look at VT screenshots, I can't help myself because I think it's really funny the way that the unicorns talk. But yeah, my grievance is not from the fact that the Hollow Stars are male. Being a male myself, being a male on stream myself, my grievances are the content of their character, their their conduct, because I don't like their conduct. I've heard rats about them that I'm not going to spread, but there are reasons for me not to like them, and it's I don't know. It's hold on, let me check on my playlist. It's and sometimes it even hold on. I am at the end of my playlist. Let's go back to the top. But yeah, the give them a real name. Here's the thing with, I remember, I think, complaining about fucking Gerard T. Rexford. They say, if a lot of male VTubers are Filipino, and he is one of them, can I say that, well, I don't, what am I saying? I don't properly represent Filipinos, because I was raised in America. You can say I'm a second generation immigrant. I'm an American. That's what I am. I'm an American first, and under whatever circumstance, I'm an American only. So I can't really speak for Filipinos, but as someone who has been there and has been raised in its culture, I guess I can speak to that. I wouldn't want him representing the Philippines. But Rexford, I don't know, I don't like him. I just don't like this guy. I don't. but it is funny, I guess, in a kind of cringe or curse kind of way, because he's acting as all this like he has the whole Dom persona, like very forceful, very very like hello kitten, what's your name, like very you can really tell with that with his well like with his personality and like the way he talks, but he's such a he's such like willing to bend over backwards for a lot of people, and it wasn't the fact that he was interacting with people like Shiori Novella, like a lot of controversy, like I think it was his collab with Shiori Novella, but his collab with her and like Shiori being like this like aggressive dommy towards him, like, it was kind of it got kind of uncomfortable to see, or it's like I should like I get why people like of me of all people are well aware how people I'm well aware of how people how it appeals to this, how it appeals to how it appeals to people, like again he's that whole like a come here kitten like that kind of thing going on for a female audience. But again, like his collab with Shiori and like him being like this really weak sub, like a really hard bottom for her. It's like it wasn't the fact that it was just like ooh it's a male and a female on stream interacting. It was the fact that I feel like I should not be seeing this. This is like something shameful. This is like something to keep in private. This is like I am seeing like I don't even like the guy, and I'm seeing this guy on his like hands and knees being humiliated by his Oshi, like being humiliated by his Oshi, and I'm like, is this all right for me to be seeing? It's like, yeah. It's like, whoa, okay. Like I felt bad for a guy I don't like. And it's like, what, like, here's the, like, that stuff, like, are you sure you should be streaming that? It's gonna be funny when your drill sergeant is listening to this. I'm mocking these people, alright? I'm mocking these people. I'm not saying I'm gonna become one of these people, even if I hit it big. I don't want to be like these people. And something I'm willing to admit, early on, doing this kind of thing, I had the idea of, like, if I do get a female audience, like, maybe, like, I think I've admitted to it before, like, some part of me did hope to have, like, some elements of a female audience, because I think it would be fun. But obviously that was not the case. That's not for me, and I know I am better off mentally without a female audience, with, like, all males for an audience. That's, like, I'm better off because of it. The one thought I had was, like, easing them into, like, oh, I, like, have a female audience, I'll do stuff for them, but then I'll also do stuff for the boys and, like, have to, like, teach them about male interests, and, like, thought I could be doing that, but it's not for me, and I'm glad I learned my lesson, and, like, getting that stuff out of my mind. Humiliation fetishes should be kept private. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. It was, like, weird seeing Gerard as, like, on his hands and knees doing that. That's, like, that's cringe. That's weird. I don't want to be seeing that. It gets funnier when you've seen his face. I'm not gonna promote rats, because that's not my position. That's not my position to promote rats. I am just only talking about what is truly public. But yeah, people like Gold Bullet and Crimson Rouge, like, I don't know a lot about Octavio. I guess he's, like, fine or whatever, he's not my thing. But yeah, those guys made me very uncomfortable early in debut. I did not like those guys. And speaking of which, it's like, at least Hololive is keeping, like, they're preventing, like, here's the thing with co-ed generations in VTubing. I'm hoping my singular real Niji Garle, I'm hoping she's not a part of this, because she's, like, the only female talent in Niji who is worth a damn at the moment. Like, I'm hoping she's not a part of this. She probably is, but, like, I'm hoping she isn't. But a lot of the people in Niji, a lot of the people in Niji EN are balls deep in each other, and they're, like, like unironically, it's a circle jerk, like an actual real life circle jerk of things going on. Like there's so much like telenovela drama, like the soft boy thing being shown in public. It's icky. Yeah, it's not. It's okay. Here's the thing, Crispy. When it comes to certain Oshis, I'm like kind of like a little bit guilty of it. I'm a little bit guilty of it, but it is like if you have a guy, if you're a guy doing that as your shtick, and like in Saikuno, like Saikuno got a lot of flack for that, with like parodying. Oh, my XP bar is a little low. Could you raise it for? Leah keeps doing that. Leah keeps doing that. Like. Leah keeps doing that, and he's like, and Dizzy and Leah keep doing that, and I can't. It's like it's genuinely funny. Oh, my XP bar is a little low. Would you mind raising it a little? It's like you'd think this guy would be like rather dominant in the way he like the way he's been the way he cheats on a lot of people. Like he cheats on his girlfriend. He's been with a lot of people. You'd expect him to be this like wannabe alpha male, but it's not. It's just like it's kind of it's like again. I am guilty of playing into some of these tropes before, at least on Twitter. But it's like when it comes to like talking to my Oshis, but it's like it's not something to be proud of. It's not something to be proud of. It's really not. It's like you gotta. It's not. We're airing out all my dirty laundry on this like party, aren't we? Speaking of rats, apparently the hantavirus contamination on that cruise ship was caused by that. Oh man. Here's the thing. Here's the I guess the if everything works out when it comes to like me planning for college, me like working with like military recruitment and all that, like if everything goes to plan, I will be like doing like a Felix Travels and going on a cruise later this year, and I'm gonna be talking to y'all about it like afterwards. But yeah, that is like a concern that I have. And hearing Dizzy rant about like her sister having a cruise in Thailand while like she's stuck in Canada. The soft boy thing being shown in public is icky. But yeah, it's like what I talk about when it comes to like the difference between like gay guys that I'm chill with and Court Enix, like difference between like being fruity for the bros, for the boys, and it's like there's the other difference is the Court Enix who like have that vocal fry and it's ugly and they act all effeminate, and it's not fun, that's not cool. It's like this is the straight version of that. It's like it's humiliating. What do you mean? Like what do you mean I could like someone as small as me could beat the shit out of you? Like what do you mean? Like that's like what my dad says. I misidentified because whenever it comes on the radio, my dad says it wasn't Backstreet Boys, it was Boys to Men, and my dad said it's like I could beat up those guys. I could take those guys in a fight. It's like that's my thing. It's like if you're like I could like even I shouldn't be talking like this when people are like nearby. But it's like when my dad talks about, oh, I could take these guys in a fight. I could take X in a fight. I feel like that's rubbed off on me. Where I think of like I look at people like Saikuno, or look at like the Chud who was like ringing the doorbell, and I think, yeah, like if I'm not scared of you, there's something wrong. If I'm not scared of you, if I could like visit, like if I'm not scared for my life, if I could take you on in a fight, there's something wrong. There's like something wrong, and I could take you in a fight. What am I doing? Here's the worst part about all this. Like, feel free to keep being boring is a huge sin. Being bored. As long as they're interesting and not creeps, I don't give a shit. Armies, give them a real name. Oh yeah, you're talking about male VTubing. No cruises, bad idea. I miss Rin Mama. My first clip ever here was me lusting over Rin Mama and Rin Mama lusting over me. And I miss Rin Mama a lot. Well, here's the thing. What about no cruises here? Well, it's in Europe. Oh, Felix's family is rich, but despite that, they have a broken laundry room. But here, look, I'm in it for the history, all right, and I'm gonna like the most scary. Like I've been on multiple cruises and I've had a really good time on them in my childhood, and this is the first time I've been on a cruise since then. Here's the thing. The main concern for me is it's going to be in Europe, and Europe has some really bad laws at the moment, so I'm wondering how that's going to affect my internet usage, because Europe has some really bad laws at the moment, and that's a genuine concern I have, but I don't want to disappoint my parents, even though I'm not fully enthusiastic for it. I don't want to disappoint my parents. So I'm gonna go along with it. Might as well. The whole thing is already planned, so I can't really say no. And it's a choice either between because earlier this month, or earlier last month. I mean, when I did the Sunday stream, they were away. They were away doing their own thing, and they left me at home. They were off on their own vacation, and they left me at home. And I don't want to disappoint them again by having to leave me behind on another vacation, because they said they planned this trip and all that, so I kind of have to go with that. Kiki Hime got charged a trip to Europistan. Yeah, Europistan. That's why I don't want to go there. Kiki Hime got charged 60 euros for a minute of data on roaming in Europe. Yeah, it ain't great, but again, I don't want to disappoint my parents, so I might as well go with it. And when I'm back, I'm probably going to provide a good Felix Travels for y'all. Gonna be doing James Bond things on deck in a suit, LARP a little bit. And thankfully, they are providing me with a separate room. With a separate room on board our hotels and cruises. But yeah, are there any other questions y'all have for me? Because this has been really fun. I like this Zatsudon. Be very careful with that, and tell your pops about that. I will. Thank you so much for that, Miguel. Because I will keep that in mind about how expensive data is. That way you guys don't get screwed by that. Yeah. Because with data roaming and all that in Europe isn't the best place, but he's already Dad's still the patriarch of the family. He's still the one that planned it out. While I've said no on some trips, this one I can't really say no to because of how expensive it is. So yeah, I don't want to disappoint my parents. But yeah, that's most of what's been going on. My birthday will be in a couple days, and something I am excited for when it comes to my birthday, I will, Miguel, you've been talking about, I've been getting my dad into guns and shooting. I'm gonna get my mom into it as well. We're gonna fix her, it's also Mother's Day soon, at, a couple days after that. So it's gonna be it's a birthday gift for me, and it's also gonna be a Mother's Day gift for her. Getting her familiar around guns, if you had to choose a VTuber to box with, who are you throwing hands with? Who am I not scared of? You mean who would teach me well? Would probably be a lot of my Oshis could probably wipe the floor with me. But if choose a VTuber to box with, get her something small and 32 ACP. Well. Okay, well, I'll shuffle that in a second, but here's the thing. If you had to choose a VTuber who to box with, who you're throwing hands with, yeah, you know what? I mentioned him earlier. I don't think he's that bad of a guy, despite me not liking Hollow Stars. I think I could take Machina X Flayon in a fight. In a serious, three rounds at least. three rounds at least, and a little bit of fight training for both of us beforehand, that could be a good match. Like if I could lose weight for that, he could bulk up for that, and I could and it, like if it's an evenly matched match, and I could like really take him on, I think that would be a good matchup. I think I could. I'm confident in my ability, but I think it would be an equal match. I'm confident in my ability, but I could take him. I could honestly, martial arts is something I like. Besides like my interest in guns, martial arts is something I should like. I guess that leans into me joining the military as well and learning and like getting this stuff in basic training. But my family, like my dad's a big fan of martial arts. A lot of my family, some of my family did martial arts as like for their sport of choice when they were younger, and I've always been like envious of people like my cousin, the one who's getting married, because when I was younger she did taekwondo, and I wanted to learn a martial art that I could like counter her with in a way. Like that I could counter her with in a way, because again I love guns, but sometimes sometimes you gotta learn how to fight unarmed, and and fighting unarmed is a big interest of mine, especially because like I'm like a Metal Gear fan and I'm into CQC. I think that's a really cool concept. I would want to I want to learn more about that. Chat versus Felix boxing match. I'm gonna get my skull caved in. That's like knowing some of you. I'm gonna get thrown through the window. Fillion seems a bit skilled. Fillion would be fun. The way she threw Beetle. I hope she's doing well. I hope they find her. I hope we find Fillion, and I hope we find her alive, because we are concerned about her very, very much. We are genuinely concerned about her. Fillion, like if it was like Fillion would be wrestling. I would be able to I could throw here's the thing, Fillion could probably throw me, but I could throw Fillion. Like in return, it would be if it was like grappling only, because of sheer size, just because of sheer size. Even if Fillion is more fit than I am, I know Fillion is more fit than I am. I know she's more athletic than I am. But despite that, here's the thing is and she has more combat experience and like martial arts experience. But here's the thing: even if I am very short, even if I am a twink, I am still a man, and I could take on Fillion confidently and very easily. For example, one of the strategies that I developed, if I had to fight unarmed and I had to be an aggressor, I would lean down. My legs are a bit sore, I think, at the moment, but that's why I did chest and arm day yesterday at the gym. But one of the things that I tried, I was defeated this way pretty easily. I was taken down this way pretty easy. But if against a lot of people, especially taller people who are around the same weight class, hunching down and going forward, hitting him like hitting him like a linebacker, really go using that full density of my body to drive him into the ground, using the pure because I'm still a male. At the end of the day, my muscles are going to be more dense, my bones are going to be more dense, and that's a pretty big weapon against someone even as strong as Fillion, who's going to have a hard time contending against that, because most of the if she catches me off guard, she could probably flip me and hold me on the ground. But in a normal bout, and it's face to face, I could probably just bowl her over. You can take the Fillion from the park home. You can just have to pick her up on your shoulder. Honestly, Fillion's pretty cute. And it's while she isn't I wouldn't call her an Oshi, she is pretty cute. I would take her over my shoulder. Two small Filipino boys wrestling lol. Speaking of which, speaking of martial arts, I think it was the first birthday stream I had on this channel. I was I attended a little makeshift fight club in a guy's backyard, one of my friends, and he fought me, and he kicked me in the chest so hard. Like, we had a makeshift ring. He kicked me. He like drilled me with his foot in the chest so hard, I fell out of the ring. I learned the drunken fist basics when I was younger. It really helps. I gotta learn. I gotta learn that too. I want to wrestle Philly and box someone strong. Could you take me in a fight? Here's the thing, Dan Chalk. You always say you're like a fat fucking chud, and I think you are a fatty. But here's the thing. Fatties can be kind of scary in certain fights because no matter how hard I hit you, you're not gonna feel it as much. Like, and my short guy plus high density is not gonna work because you're more dense than me in a good way. You're more dense than me. If I like try to do that linebacker sprint towards you and like drill you in the chest, you'd probably just like you would not fall over. It's like Dizzy trying to fight Ember. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I could not take you in a fight. Like, and besides, like fat guys are good at like. I've heard it somewhere that fat guys are actually pretty like if they are active and like doing stuff outside, then they get a decent amount of muscle. Like, they're slower, but they gain a decent amount of muscle just carrying around their own weight. And so because of that, like, you're probably gonna hit harder than me, and that's not gonna be fun for me because of that. Feeling you pull the nutcracker move. So that's why you have tachycardia. What do you mean? So that's why. 150-pound fist versus 300-pound gut. Yeah, that's not gonna go well. That's not like, and it's like if I don't have hand wraps, if I like go for the face, that's gonna be mean because I wouldn't want to hit you in the face. But if I had to, like, my knuckles are probably gonna crack against your jaw. So I'd probably have to go for something like the throat or something, or the sides of the sides of the head. And the sides of the head, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt my hand as well. In my experience, that is true. Oh, okay. What do you mean? So that's why you have tachycardia. But yeah, get her something small in 32. Well, we're not ready to buy guns yet, but going back to like the fun things that I will do for my real birthday, which is coming up on Friday. I'm taking my parents shooting, and it'll be my first time, my mom's first time, and it'll also be her like Mother's Day gift as well, just as much as it is my birthday gift. It'll be her first time around firearms, and because she's been scared of guns for most of her life. It is ironic because my uncles in the Philippines are sports shooters. Both on my dad's side, my uncles on my dad's side, and on my mom's side are sports shooters. I think he owns a Benelli or a Colt. I think is an Analisco tooling AR, because the Philippines has a lot of like, it's the most I think it has the most legally owned guns in Asia. And it's got a lot of sports shooters. But it'll be her first time being around a gun or owning a fire, or being around firearms. So we gotta get her a good instructor. We gotta get her, make sure she's not scared, make sure she's really into it, make sure and get her. And here's the thing. Here's the problem, Miguel, about getting her something in 32 ACP. I like a lot of guns in 32 ACP. They're not good enough for self-defense use. They were the standard across World War I. They were the standard defensive caliber during World War I. But by World War II, even, it was outclassed. James Bond got away with shooting people with 32, but that's only because he's a good shot. That's not, it's not a viable self-defense option in the modern day. Getting her something started on, a heavy, it has to be heavy. You can't get her something light. It has to be something heavy that can soak up recoil. It has to have a light trigger pull. So I'm thinking something like a not a subcompact, but it's something decently sized, maybe a 1911 and 9mm. Because getting the fundamentals down, of course, getting her behind a 22 in some kind of standard configuration like a Glock is going to be good for her, because that's the fundamentals. I need to practice my fundamentals, and I need a 22 because practicing like that is going to be is going to be a lot easier for me if you have a 22. I'm Browning Buckmark. I've talked about the Winnie Wolverine on Twitter because it's such a pretty gun, but I feel like the gun that I want the most, like in 22, is a Browning Buckmark because I think that's a really pretty pistol, and it's got a big long barrel that you can use for target shooting. It's like you can't really conceal it or do anything with it, but it makes you feel like it's in Metal Gear. I like Snake used a Ruger Mark IV or Mark III in Metal Gear Solid 4, but I don't like Rugers, or like I'm not interested in Rugers. So even if they are the gold standard, so the Buckmark is my like brand of interest when it comes to 22. Fine, get her a Desert Eagle in 38. Don't. She's gonna see one of those and she's gonna cry. We gotta start her off smooth. First, you have to dispel her fears, but like, yeah, the best way to do that is 22. Like, I'm still a bit nervous around guns, just because I have like thoughts, because I'm not used to being around them fully yet, even if I consume a lot of gun content. But owning one is gonna improve that a lot, and like having an instructor around and going through the process, being around guns is gonna improve that a lot more. Especially entering a gun store and seeing all that is gonna help a lot. And the best way to do that is first you have to normalize guns, which makes people not be nervous. And like have her first shots be a 22, maybe something like a SIG P226 Mosquito, which is in 22, might help. That might help. Having something in a small caliber is gonna really help her a lot. And I think the first priority should not merely first be self-defense. While I think self-defense should be a big focus for us learning more about guns and shooting. While self-defense is a big focus for us, just having her around guns is going to be a lot better for her psyche, and like allows her to treat the subject a lot better. And her firing at 22 in general is gonna like familiarize herself with the controls, with how it feels, with how recoil should feel, and all of that. Holding a revolver in my hands felt natural somehow, like I was finally whole. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice to feel. Again, you have like that little bit of anticipation around. I still have that little bit of anticipation around guns, but the fun part about that is me knowing how to hold one, knowing how beautiful the weapon is, and like knowing that this is my companion, this is my tool, this is my weapon. It is my responsibility to take care of it, and it will take care of me. Like that's how, like, and especially like shooting an AR. I shot an M16A1 in 2024 when I went to Las Vegas, and that's been my favorite. Like, it still is my favorite rifle. I haven't shot many rifles. Probably I want to try an AK and I want to try another AR. But yeah, it is that kind of thing. It, like having that thing in your hand, especially in something when you're afraid, having that something in your hand, that guarantee of safety, or that, well, not safety as much as it is self-determination and like capability of success. Yes, you are entering a dangerous situation. Yes, you are scared, but you have something by your side, and it will quell your fear. And you have your, like, if a tramp stares at you down the street, you still have your rapier to draw on him with. It's like that kind of logic in Europe that they had with the rapiers and the small swords, where they were like, even if they didn't have guns, they were never defenseless because they had a sword with them. Same logic with pistols. It's a part of you, and it's something that you have to learn, and that I have to learn still. And there was this really nice comment from a guy that I was talking to on YouTube when we were talking. It's from Pliskin Boy. I really appreciate him. His name is Pliskin Boy, and his words were have loyalty to the guns that suit you. You got the potential to be the guy that can be a rock for those who you love. This extends past guns. Yeah, you're strongest when you're playing true to yourself. Yeah, that's something I want to strive for. What about a crossbow? As a certified Cupid who does who definitely does archery a lot. I am more familiar with traditional bows. I have shot I have shot in real life. I have shot bows before, and I really did like that feeling, but I never fully got the hang of it. I like it. You're supposed to shoot the targets, but I like it when the arrow dings off the wood and it makes a loud crack. It makes a make it, like it makes a loud thump when you draw back and you fire the bow and it embeds itself in the wood. I think it's funny when it does that. But what about a crossbow? Those have been banned by the Vatican, so I'm kidding. We can use them, but crossbow, like for us as cupids, crossbows are used by some of us, but most of us, when it comes to archery, prefer a traditional bow as a companion to a gun. But yeah, but yeah, I do genuinely like traditional archery, especially because one of my Oshis, I like compound bows and I like like composite bows, short bows. I could get into archery, but like something interesting is that one of my flesh Oshis, Admin Results, who that's the guy I was cosplaying during April Fools when I did the arbitrative conclusions thing. That's the guy I was pretending to be, but he's into archery. He does that kind of thing a lot. And like being like him, like that, he's a pretty big inspiration for that sort of thing. But yeah, that for her, I'm not sure. Like I'm like cross guns and bows are two different things, and while like a lot of them share the same aesthetics, getting her to know guns, getting my mom to know guns first is gonna be big for that kind of thing. I saw a bow on Amazon for about $100. Was it wood? Was it composite wood? Was it metal or was it like carbon fiber or like plastic of some kind? A simple one. Was it as long as it has like a place to nock your arrows and you know what you're doing with it, it should be fine. The crossbows were banned by the Vatican for use against Christians, Muslims, or fair game. The thing is, we're Cupids. We shoot everyone with them. So having a bow that can shoot everyone is kind of our kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know too like ironic for being a Cupid and not knowing too much about bows in real life. Actually, there are crossbows that I like that I am interested in. The Barnett Wildcat and the Barnett Wildcat and the Barnett Commando, which are from they were in For Your Eyes Only. I don't like that movie. That it's a James Bond movie, but those ones looked really good as crossbows. Those are made by the UK. Are made in Britain, I think, and they were used by the Serbian Special Forces during the Yugoslav wars, as like offensive weapons. So they are pretty interesting in that way. But yeah, Barnetts are the ones that I'm interested in when it comes to crossbows. The Van Helsing automatic crossbow. I haven't seen Van Helsing, but I know it's got some pretty wild stuff in it. Gonna see if I can find good wood. But yeah, the metal, I think. Well, I think yeah, composite bows should be probably good for just like general recreational shooting. Are there any other questions? We are getting pretty close to we are past the 2 hour mark, and if y'all I am waiting on some special people to show up if they do, but if any of y'all have any questions, feel free to keep asking them because it is I am enjoying having them around. Oh, I'm having pings at the moment. um hmm. I mean, yeah, I'm just fucking around my Discord. But do you any watch Van Helsing? It's so good. It's very good. It's more fun than good. That's the one with Hugh Jackman, right? With Hugh Jackman. I have to watch more of those because You know what? You know what I will start, like, I could watch? Underworld with Kate Beckinsale. I hear that was pretty good for what it was. And, like, having that urban fantasy aesthetic with, like, vampires and werewolves, and they've all got guns. They've all got guns. Like the werewolves are running like Desert Eagle Mark Ones. Kate Beckinsale is using the twin Beretta 92s. That's really cool. Genuinely really cool. And I wish instead of P99s, a good like secondary pistol for her would have been something like a revolver or a 1911. The game was fun, yes. You're missing out, bro. I have not seen the old Van Helsing, not the old ones. It was pretty new for its time. It was in the 2000s, but I've not seen it. Yeah. Are there any other questions from y'all? Because this has been I think it'll go on maybe 7 more minutes. 6 more minutes before I last out. But yeah, it is what else? What else what else should I talk about? What else? Hmm. Oh yeah, and visiting a nice steakhouse after that, which is gonna be really nice. That'll be fun. That'll be fun on that day. Um, the game was fun. Are you referring to when it comes Van Helsing or Underworld? Because Underworld had a Half-Life mod port. Like they made like it was that age of video game tie-ins, but like a couple of guys contracted by the studio that made Underworld made a Half-Life like a CS:GO style combat mod for Underworld, which was like the gun selection was terrible, but it did look really cool, and it used like that the gold source graphics, which was really funny. You got any games you're looking forward to? I won't be able to buy it. I won't be able to play it, admittedly. But Kilroy and I have been talking a lot about they have been talking a lot about we've been talking a lot about James Bond First Light, and like I had my doubts early on. I had my like a lot of skepticism towards First Light, but I am genuinely excited for it because it's probably gonna be pretty good. Like it's all shaping up to be pretty good. We got the Lana Del Rey theme song. They've got like they're all the right people are complaining about it, so it's probably gonna be good. It's like 007 First Light. That's it. That I am interested in, and I want to see. And the best part, I want to see my Oshis play 007 First Light, because there's like so many of my I know Rooney's in a Resident Evil. I know what would be a real treat is Wilhelmina Frost, Rooney Ruse, or Kaneko Lumi playing 007 First Light, because they've got that Bond girl quality about them. They've got that Bond girl quality that would fit really well into that kind of game. So Van Helsing was on the original Xbox. I wasn't familiar with, but yeah, I want my Oshis, especially my Phase Oshis, to play 007 First Light. I want to see them be. I want to because I've always asked them I want to see them react to James Bond, or be like how they would play James Bond. But Agent Under Fire was very fun. I was too young for Agent Under Fire. I know Nightfire. I know it's Nightfire is a sequel and it's more well received, but I've heard good things about Agent Under Fire. Do you play Chud map games like Crusader Kings or Europa Universalis? I do not play Clio games. I have Hearts of Iron 4. I have Hearts of Iron 4 in my Steam library. When I get my new laptop, I may be convinced to play it. You could convince me to play it, but I've kind of stayed away from Hearts of Iron, and most Paradox games, like I just didn't like the opening of Prison Architect, and most Paradox games I don't care for because it's like it feels like the communities are really toxic or just really weird, and it might make me worse. Like the kinds of like they're always very political by the nature of their games. They're always very it's not like I don't want it. I don't like I don't want the I don't have much experience with the Paradox games because I just don't like the communities that they're around. But I could be convinced to try it because some of my friends and Oshis play it. I know Captain Tanker Joe plays it. I know Kara Malone plays it as well. But yeah, Chud map games. Actually, you know what? This is I looking at the stuff that I should that I could look at on my Steam for my Steam it's a deck builder fest for on the community recommends Dying Light, Ariana and the Elder Codex. That's an anime game. Wax Heads. Let's see. Let's see what's in my wish list that I could like probably play with. Like I am like probably gonna buy myself some games. Buy myself. I am probably gonna buy myself some games, but buy myself some games for my birthday. But I gotta check what's on. Like I'm still a cheapskate, so I gotta check what's on sale. On wish list, I am taking some stuff off my wish list that I'm like not really interested anymore. My summer car, RimWorld, Bomber Crew, Carrion, Long Dark. See, hold on. Probably won't care for Sea of Thieves anymore. Insurgency Sandstorm, I am interested in still buying that. That'll get remastered. What's on sale? Let's sort. Let's see if we can sort by price. Okay. Half-Life Half-Life Decay solo mission. I could try that with I could try that when it comes out. $2.39. It Steals, Liar's Bar. Is that lightning outside? Mirror's Edge. Oh yeah, Super Battle Golf. Super Battle Golf actually looks pretty good. Having seen Faye Saga play it. Multi-Turret Academy. Pacific Drive, Papers, Please. A lot of these. I still have a Coffin of Andy and Layla in there. Ooh, I might buy Strike Force Heroes. I'm probably gonna buy Strike Force Heroes, Beyond Citadel, and one of the This Is the Police games. Hold on. Weappy Studio. Free demo, Hollywood Animal on wishlist, Rebel Cops on wishlist, and This Is the Police, which is in my library. That could be cool. Space Flight Simulator, Darkwood. I've heard good things about Darkwood. I've heard good things about the Vietnam War sim. Oh, play RimWorld. If you like the Dwarf Fortress type management game, and play Insurgency 2. I'm surprised you haven't played that. Do you have any games you want to play on stream? I want to continue Metal Gear, but I actually want to continue because I played Modern Warfare 1. I played Modern Warfare 1, and I played Half-Life 1. I'd probably the ones that I want to play on stream are Project Wingman, Half-Life 2, Modern Warfare 2, which I don't have yet, and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which is going to be after after I play this one. After Project Wingman, I probably want to play Frontline 59, and I want to continue the Modern Warfares and Metal Gears. Far Cry Hours of Darkness is quite fun. I heard good things about it. Devil May Cry should be on sale. Agent Under Fire was pretty fun. Anyways, play RimWorld if you play RimWorld. I should I would play RimWorld. That would be like the stuff that I've seen about it is pretty fun. Hold on, RimWorld. Hold on, RimWorld. It's $34 at the moment, so that is pretty pricey. But anyways, I will go ahead and say, start thanking the people that I should thank. Thank you Kitschy.Pre4302. Thank you Dantioch Fanboy. Thank you Kilroy. Thank you Rez. Thank you User KF355. Thank you Ivan Iron Fist. I really appreciate you coming in. Thank you Clanker Upstairs. Thank you Miguel Ruiz. And thank you Crispy. Thank you Crispy. Thank you Emma Van Buskirk. Thank you Luxel15. Thank you Rion Lee X2T. And who else? Thank you. Thank you Be Serious. And who else? Thank you Be Serious, and thank you everyone who came. Some people didn't show up, but like it's fine. It is an early birthday party after all. Yeah. Thank you everyone who came. O2 love, and let's see who I will raid you to. Let's see who I will raid you into. Let's see. Ume Aino. There's Ume Aino, there's Iori, there's Sayana Live, Retro Rewind with, you know what, I will send you all into Auntie Miles stream. Manual early birth, it's my birthday, but it's his stream, but, Manual Raid, we'll send y'all over to Auntie Miles. Thank you everyone who came. O2 love, and I will be seeing you next week. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. And I gotta check up on my robot wives and Girls Frontline. See you guys.